Hello children, good morning to you. Let us begin or continue our yesterday's incomplete lesson. Till yesterday, 2 days I have taught you. First I taught you about the location, climate, etc. Yesterday again I started with climate, wildlife and vegetation. Once again in short I explain we are learning about the equatorial region with the example of the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic Republic of Congo. So this is the country in Africa. It is in the center of Africa, here I can say. So, equator passes through the north of DRC. In short, Democratic Republic of Congo is known as DRC. Understand? This land is, this country falls in the equatorial region. So we have taken it as an example to study about equatorial region. So coming to the location, it is in the central part towards the west of Africa. It is surrounded by so many other small countries. Here one small country Congo, here Central African Republic, here Sudan, here Burundi, here Tanzania, here Uganda, here Angola, Zambia. These are its neighboring countries, and in the west it has Atlantic Ocean. Okay, as it is in the equatorial region, temperature is also too high, rainfall is also too high. So the climate here is wet, hot and humid. Humid means lot of water vapor is present in the air. Understand? So here human habitation is not so easy because the land is always damp, thick forests grow here. That's why human habitation is not so proper here. Only some tribal people live here. Okay, and the river here, from here it starts like this, it comes and it falls in the bay, Atlantic Ocean, Congo River or Zaire River. It is the second largest river of Africa. The first one is here, Nile River. It falls into the Arabian Sea. This is the longest river of the world, whereas this Congo River is the second largest river of Africa. So here the land is always wet, so road lines are not being laid. So people use a river for their transportation. So it is rightly called, the Congo River is called the highway of Central Africa. Okay, then coming to the climate, as it is hot, wet and humid climate, days are bright with sunshine and they are pleasant. As the noon starts, it becomes very hot and water in the all resources will evaporate very soon and form the clouds, and by 3:34 o'clock heavy rainfall occurs every day, almost every day. That is how this land remains wet every day, and so people cannot even walk properly here due to such a weather, hot, humid and wet climate. This is suitable for growing thick forests. So here you find most of the land is covered with thick forests. It is the second largest rainforest in the world. First is Amazon rainforest in South Africa. Second is Congo rainforest. And trees here remain green throughout the year, so we call them evergreen forests. The important trees grow here are ebony, mahogany, and what to say, rosewood, etc. The trees here grow in three layers. Very tall trees, then medium, then shrubs grow here. Understand? Very tall trees are called canopies. Their leaves are very broad, big leaves they have, and very big branches they have. They get knit ఇలా అల్లుకుపోయినట్టు ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి that is like a roof, so we call it canopy. Second, emergent plants which are not so tall or small, then medicinal plants, shrubs grow here. Understand? These trees have very hard stem which is used for building purposes. That's why these trees are very important here. Then coming to next, wildlife, very rich wildlife. Thick forest, obviously home for wild animals. Here varieties of wild animals are found like chimpanzees, gorillas, snakes, varieties of colorful birds, etc. Then here very rare animals, endemic animals means what? Very rare animals, they are found only in that particular area, like Congo peacock and next what here, okapi. Okapi is a kind of animal which has horse face and zebra body. Okay, next coming to agriculture. Here what happened, though the land is fully covered with forest, near the river bank, people cleared off the forest for growing crops. People cleared off the forest for growing crops. Understand? So here they started growing coffee, rice, sugarcane, tobacco, rubber, bananas and cassava. What is this cassava? First time you must be hearing the name cassava. It is a kind of root. It is their staple food of the Congolese. It is staple food. What do you mean by staple food? Main food. As in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, staple food is rice. In Punjab, Maharashtra, it is wheat. So staple food it is. People take out the roots, they dry them, and what do? They grind them and make breads out of it. Understand? Then coming to, and coffee, palm oil are exported to other countries also. Industries. Democratic Republic of Congo is rich in minerals. World's largest producer of cobalt and major producer of copper. Congo is the world's largest producer of cobalt, a kind of mineral, and major producer, important place, main producer of copper also. Here industrial diamonds are also found. Now newly tantalum, a kind of mineral, is found which is used in fabrication of electronic components. Fabrication means undone work, completing it we can call. Roughly done work, giving finishing touch, we use something that is called fabrication. So tantalum is used, but you know it is not discovered in a large scale, only in very small quantity they have found it. Cobalt, copper, gold, uranium and silver are other minerals. Cobalt, silver, uranium and gold are other minerals found here. And here, though rich a lot of minerals wealth is found, they cannot have big industries because lack of education, lack of knowledge. Even then, some industries like tobacco and tobaccos, cigarette industries, cement industries are found. Here, this river provides plenty of water. And you know, in the way there are so many waterfalls are also there. Inga, Livingstone and David, so many waterfalls are there. These waterfalls are used for producing hydroelectricity. Life of the people. As I already told you, people here people here are tribal people. So many types of tribal people live, but majority of the people are Bantu tribes. They speak Bantu language in the southern part. In the northern part, Pygmies are the tribal people. They are the primitive tribes. Right from the beginning, they are living there. Bantus are very hectic personality, strong with small hair, ugly looking. Whereas Pygmies are short people and they work in the forests. They are short. Why they are short? To suit the climate of the place so that the heat of the sun cannot reach up to them and they can climb the tall trees easily. They collect roots, fruits, and honey also. Christianity is the main religion followed here. Understand? And Democratic Republic of Congo has Catholic Church. Understand? Mainly Christian people are more in this area. Understand? And these Bantus are called Negroes. Understand? There are so many types of other tribal people are there. Mainly important ones are Bantus and Pygmies. Pygmies are the primitive tribes. And they are very fond of dancing, singing, wearing colorful beads, etc. Coming to transportation, very difficult thing here. Laying roads is difficult. Having airways is also difficult because of such a weather. When it rains and all is not known, and thick tall for trees are there. That's why. So ground transport in the Democratic Republic of Congo is not possible. That's why, because of the climate here. So river Congo is used for transportation. There are so many barriers to construct the roads. There are so many problems for constructing the roads. That's why they, they if they construct the roads also, they have to go very long distances. That's why they use Congo River for transportation. Understand? The Democratic Republic of Congo has thousands of kilometers of navigable water resource. Navigable means which can be used for water transport. Congo River is navigable. Navigable means which can be used for sailing, water transport. Understand? It is the dominant means of transport, moving around. Understand? 2/3 of the country carries what to say, 2/3 of the country certified by the Democratic Republic of Congo have been banned from European Union airports by the European Commission because of inadequate safety standards. Though many foreign countries try to have airports here, because of an inadequate, not proper, and insufficient facilities, no proper weather condition, they could not continue with this air transport also. That is why only water transport is used. And you know, that is how here Matadi is the important city. Kinshasa is the capital. Matadi is the port city. Katanga is one more city. Like this, very few cities you can find here. That is how, though there is lot of resources, Congo Basin, or we can say Democratic Republic of Congo, is not suitable for human habitation. It stretches up to savanna grasslands also. Very big area, but no use. What is savanna grassland? When I talk you or teach you about the grasslands, now third or fourth lesson, that time I can teach you. So here ends our lesson. Thank you. Read this lesson once at home, and again I revise tomorrow and give you new terms. Thank you.